My relationship with nature began with these guys. This picture was taken on the first trip that I'd ever taken out into the wilderness. During my time within Boy Scouts, I met a boy named Derek Strode. This boy would very quickly become my best friend, and he had a huge impact on my view on nature. I never spent any time out in the wilderness without Derek by my side. He and I always knew that we could rely on each other. As I'm sure many of you have already noticed, there was no Derek Strode on our trip. I had to find new people who I could rely on. A few of the necessities if you want to go backpacking by yourself are knowing how to read a compass. You need to know how to read a map, and you need to know how to do first aid for whatever area you are entering. In order to be successful at backpacking within a group, you must be willing to meet new people and help them to learn and succeed at backpacking. You must be willing to engage in small talk with them, and you must also be willing to help them overcome the physical mindset that they can't do something because they can if they put their mind to it. One of my favorite events that we did within Scouts was our rocket weekend. We would go out and shoot model rockets that we had either built from scrap, like I usually did, or built from a kit. One of our weekends, about 3 years ago, we actually had an engine that ejected from the rocket and fell and lit the grass on fire. The camp was relatively unharmed, and we were able to contain the fire to a certain area until the fire department arrived. After this event in my life, I have always been careful with fire, and I wish that people could learn to do the same. I hope that someday everybody will practice safe fire habits while they're out in the wilderness, much like we did at Lake Moriah State Park. As Sammy Hinkes says in his song Passion, Proof, and Power, every man's horizon can change, but eternal skies will always stay the same. No matter how society grows up around us, nature will always be there as long as we preserve it, and we must do so. If there's one thing that I learned on our trip from Doug, it would be to never let Angie make us late for anything. So Angie, put your pack on, because we are waiting for you.